It was part of amusing yourself, like you go to the movies. Let's take pictures. If we had money, we went and we took pictures. And that was probably the best thing we did. These were my friends. They're not shoe salespeople. They're just pretty girls showing off pretty legs.
They had a photographer. I used to go there taking pictures. A special photographer, and he made very well the whole shtetl. And I used to take pictures a lot with my friends and, you know, and everything.
Some of the memories I have was on Shabbat, where everyone took a stroll. It was called the Polische Gas. I think it was like a park, and the photographer was there, like a roving photographer, snapped pictures.
He was around all the time. Some pictures were taken in his studio, some pictures he took as people walked in the street.
At his studio, they would have these sets, sort of, you know, castles, forests, and people would pose. On market day, the peasants would come to have their pictures taken. They would stand behind that background, whatever they chose, and he would take that photo, and there was this powder that ignited. That was a form of flash, but I waited for that explosion. That was the thing that was most exciting for me.
We laughed a lot. It was good. I mean, it was a good life. We were close. We were always with people. I mean, it wasn't a time that you were lonely. Across the street was a family and another family, and my sister's friends were there, and my friends were there. And a house full of children all the time. We weren't bored.
Remember, we used to play in balls, soccer here. We made balls from cotton or from rubber, and this, when it wasn't the market off. Yeah, this was our places we used to run barefoot. And after rain special in the mud.
Well, soccer was a big thing. We had a real, Jewish team.
And I was a captain for the team. Maybe I beat you that time. You don't remember?
And there was a big hill right as part of the marketplace. And my mother told me that when I was very little, my father used to take me up there before he opened the store for sunshine. The sunshine was believed to be very good for you.
Look at the place where we used to play. We used to skate here, skiing here, and the pond of water was around, surrounded. A special Christmas time, they used lit up the place, and we used to ski there. You remember?
Well, I remember sledding down the hill. I even remember going down with ice skates down this hill. It was pretty dangerous, but I did it.
And then you come up to the other side. You remember? So with the speed.
Right.
You got on from here, you come out to the other side.
Yes, you'd come down and then...
That's exactly it.
Yes.
That's the spot. Yeah, those was days. It was good childhood here.
For music, the firemen were the town's band. For culture, a theater troupe staged plays, even Shakespeare in Yiddish. And there were other amusements.
There was a movie in the center of town, and they called it Kino for cinema. And there was a lot of Jewish movies that would come in Lubom. I remember the Dibuk.
Maybe when I was 6, 7, or 8, it was the first time I went to see a movie. The Dibuk was absolutely horrendous for me.
To me, it was such a frightening picture, especially when the ghost and he comes to the wedding.
And on the day of the wedding, the skeleton would rise from the grave wearing a prayer shawl and approach the bride, and in Yiddish would say to her, "Tanz mit mir," dance with me. Well, as a child, this was very, very frightening.
years and years, I used to picture the scene where he would come out of the grave and say, "Tanz mit mir, tanz mit mir." And I hid under the seat. Half the picture, I was under the bench, and I kept peeking up.
And then we used to go, when we get on an older, we used to go rent a bicycle.
You rent the bicycle for an half hour. How far can you go? You go around up the Polish gas, where now no traffic. There's never any traffic anywhere to speak of. When you went bicycle riding, it was more convenient to wear a pair of pants than to wear a skirt.
When I had a bicycle, we used to ride a bicycle, and I used to give all my friends riding the bicycle, and my father was against it. So I promised I'm not going to do it no more. But I did it anyway, so I got a little clap in the office.
We formed crowds. There was a bunch, these people that I went to school with. We were just stuck together. And we used to get together any evening we wanted, anytime we wanted, anytime we had time.
You know, we was young, we came together every Saturday night, Saturday daytime. We was going outside, you know, to the country. And we had a good time together.
Our city was a small city. There was such nice young people. And you remember today, you think, and nice was boys and girls. Sweet, sweet girls. No, but I remember these young children, my age, the girls, how nice they were.